All right, so first, what were your emotions like on the mound there in the seventh inning?
Oh, I was really nervous. Knew kind of what was going on going into that last inning, and had to step up a few times to kind of gather myself. But nervous, but also excited for the possibility.
That last strikeout, what was going through your mind right after that last strikeout to end the game?
I was just hoping he swung over it because I looked at middle, but I was just really excited. My mom was there, and friends were there, and there. It was just happy to have everybody around and to celebrate that.
What was your mindset going into the game? What was kind of your plan, and how were you able to execute it?
For me, I picked two batters out of the lineup that I know can be a damage threat, and then I have my guys that I know I can attack, and then just kind of stuck to that with all the film that I watched, and just kind of made sure I stuck to my game plan.
Did anybody say anything to you prior to the seventh inning, or were
No,
guys staying away?
gotta stay away. I was about to say I stood in my usual spot for the whole game. I mean, guys will say stuff in between, just like, oh, good inning, so on and so forth. But towards the end of that, I mean, not a lot of guys knew what was going on, but for the few that did, they kind of kept their distance.
And after the game, what was the reaction from everybody?
Everybody's excited. Got a lot of congrats and everything else, and it was just it was funny. My catcher didn't even know what was going on. It was so focused in on the game that it wasn't a reality until the end.
Okay. All right, TJ, when did you realize what was going on in the game with Dieterich?
I'll be honest, it took till about the sixth inning for me to realize what was actually happening. I was keeping my little scorecard that I keep, and I was like, something doesn't seem right here. So I ended up looking at my scorecard and saw that there were 0 hits on, and I started looking around. I'm like, does anyone else know here? But it was about the sixth inning is when I started to figure out what was going on, and it was becoming a possibility.
Was it the game plan for Dietrich to pitch the complete game, or did you just realize that he's got to go back out there?
No, it definitely was not the game plan, especially first game of the season. We kind of had a cap, and we have a plan going into every single game that we go into. But when you have someone who is able to do something like that, it's hard to take him out. We wanted to give him the opportunity to complete something that is very, very hard to do, and he went out there and did it.
As a coach, how do you feel? What was your reaction when the game was over and kind of the reality set in of the moment?
Yeah, it was pretty surreal when that last pitch was thrown. It was a strikeout, and I looked around, and the guys kind of looked around, and I was like, hey, that's a no-hitter, and everyone was like, oh my goodness, that was really cool. It's really cool to be a part of. It is the first no-hitter that I've ever seen, ever been a part of as a player, coach, anything like that. So just being able to see something like that is really cool.